Alrighty, Gooshers, here we go. Another Goosher 100 video. This one comes to us from our good pal Epic Shaggy. This means it's more Brewstew, and Shaggy was just telling me this is actually, well, we're caught up after what do we got? I think he had I think it's 7 videos in this compilation, and we're caught up on Brewstew. And he said he's going to continue these in the future, but just got to have enough episodes built up to do it. I can't thank Shaggy enough for introducing me to these. This has been this guy is genuinely one of my all-time favorite creators of anything. These stories have been hysterical. His storytelling is amazing. That I love the simple animations. That it goes to show that this couldn't be better if you had put. It wouldn't be better if you had put high tech, high gloss animation to it. This simple form and everything, everything about this has been a blast. I did a lot of just camping, a huge fan
as a kid, which is kind of a strange thing.
This is camping. It's more
sitting there one day playing Nintendo. Your dad bursts in your room.
The compilation is more stories from childhood.
And you're having a good time, but you want to go out in the woods in the cold, maybe get a little damp, not have a good time at all. You want to go camping?
I hate camping.
What? Camping? What are you talking about?
For the same reasons, I had to go.
No, I don't want to go camping. I'm trying to beat the chain chomp on Mario 64. But I ended up always liking camping.
And I didn't even have video games when I was a kid.
I haven't showered in 3 days.
Still didn't want to camp.
I smell like a dumpster. I've been living off of beef jerky and marshmallows all weekend. Hey, I think that marshmallow's done. Nah, give it a few more minutes. My mom's over there doing nothing but complaining about the goddamn mosquitoes. My dad's like, well, this is our vacation, so you better enjoy it.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you don't really know what to do when you're camping.
He
so you're
really
standing there just making up games.
Makes stuff that's entirely recognizable to me.
Yeah, let's play sticks, sure. Are we winning? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. And this one time, my parents brought my cousin. Oh yeah,
my father would get all excited about camping because
it's one of the first memories I ever have of camping.
It was doing nothing.
Nighttime, and we're sleeping in our little tent, and he wakes me up in the middle of the night, and he's like, "Dude, I gotta poop." And I'm like, "Okay, there's a bathroom right over there." "No, you don't understand. There might be poop in my pants already. I gotta go right now." So he stumbles out in the dark, and he's got a roll of toilet paper with him.
Oh boy!
He goes to the edge of our campsite and just starts pooping all willy-nilly. Just wherever it goes, wherever it lands, whatever. And as he's using the toilet paper, he's kind of just throwing it wherever he wants because it's dark out. He can't see anything. And he comes back in the tent and he falls asleep. And then the morning comes, and the funny thing about morning is you can see things in the daylight. Walk out of our tent,
yes,
like
indeed you can.
Woven tapestry of poopy toilet paper strung up in the trees like some kind of shitty Christmas tree. My dad's like, "Oh, what the fuck happened?" We're over there trying to eat breakfast in the morning while the goddamn campground's dispatching a hazmat team to clean up David's shitty disaster. And when we weren't destroying public campgrounds, we would go camping on my grandpa's property. He's got 20 acres out in the middle of nowhere, Ohio. And my grandpa is very grandpa-ish, okay? It's fantastic. He's got suspenders. He's got glasses.
Cool.
He gives you a little gems of knowledge when you're outdoors. It's not what a man does. It's who a man is that makes him a man. And I'm over there picking my nose like, "Oh, okay, yeah,
whatever.
Sure, Grandpa." And he's just so outdoorsy. He'd be like kicking a bear in the face while he's whittling you a birdhouse out of pine wood. I'm over here coming off a 3-day marathon on Nintendo 64. Like, if I see a spider, I'm going to poop my pants. I don't even care. And speaking of spiders, we had one outhouse on the property. That's where you went to poop. And this outhouse had some of the biggest, most demonic fucking spiders you've ever seen in your life.
My wife would never set foot.
There was a window on the side of the outhouse. I don't know for what reason, but every time
I've never seen anybody more afraid of spiders.
Gather an audience of little kids that would be hopping up and down trying to see what you were doing in there. "Hey, what's going on? Hey, what are you doing in there?" Like, "Can you fucking stop? I got enough to deal with already."
Yeah.
But one thing certain, we made sure that David knew exactly where that outhouse was. Because we don't want another goddamn disaster like the last campground. We got fucking neon signs pointing to the damn thing. And one time we were at the creek, and we were having a little toad catching competition. And my grandpa's buddy has his own grandson that comes all the time. His name's James. We didn't really like James that much because he was kind of a sociopath. For example, when we were down at the creek, one of my other cousins caught a toad, and nobody else caught a toad the rest of the day. And James was so pissed that he didn't have a goddamn toad. He was like, "Oh, hell with this. and he walked over and he squished it right in front of everybody. Like, what the hell is the matter with you psychopath?
Well,
yeah, you
it's
don't
a
have any toad anymore,
sociopathic.
now, do ya? Anybody got a puppy I can nail to a tree? I'm freaking crazy. What is this, Vietnam? Do the rules in life not apply anymore? What the hell are you doing? I go up to my grandpa, and I'm like, Grandpa, James is
Now I'm
massacring
flashbacks
animals
with
in the
James.
woods, and it's kind of making me uncomfortable. And he goes over to him, and he's like, James, it's not how many toads that you catch that make you a man, okay? It's what you do as a man that makes you a man. You got it? Are you listening to me? In other words, don't fucking step on toads, you fucking meth head. What's the matter with you? Now go sit in the outhouse full of demon spiders.
That was
All
good.
right.
This
now,
one
like I've
is
said a
truth or dare.
million times before, I used to play a lot of games outside when I was a kid. And one of those games was the classic truth or dare. Now, normally you're supposed to play truth or dare with, like, girls in somebody's basement, and you make out with somebody with braces for the first time, or whatever you do. But this version of truth or dare was with me and my dirty little 9-year-old friends from the neighborhood.
Oh, yay.
Now, truth or dare, of course, is a very simple game. If you pick truth, you have to answer how many times you pooped your pants in public, or whatever the question that was asked. And if you pick dare, you're forced to do something gross or potentially life-threatening. So needless to say, you pick truth.
That pretty
if you
much
wanted to
covers
play
it.
Safe. And this is really where you would learn stuff about your friends that, well,
You
you probably didn't want to know.
know,
All
right.
Michael, truth or dare? Truth. What's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you? One time the ice cream man smelled my hair and then he asked for my phone number. What the? Michael, what the hell? Yeah, and then I tried to pay for my
fuck?
freeze pop, but he just licked his lips and drove off. Okay, well, that's pretty fucking weird. Anybody want to go next? And sometimes when we would play, we would do a little variation where one person would ask a question, and everybody else had to answer it. All right, let's do, what's the most embarrassing moment of your life? Ready, go. Mine was the time I peed my pants during a spelling test. Mine was the time I fell off my bike and cried in front of my dad. Mine was the time my stepdad found me pooping in the sink. Dude, what the?
Oh.
Maybe it was the time I ate 9 tubes of chapstick and threw up at a Payless shoe store. Dude, fucking sick. Oh, no, it was definitely the time I had to go to the ER when I shoved that Lego piece up my pee hole. All right, Michael, that is enough. You are not allowed to pick truth anymore. Holy hell. Now, of course, if you were more of a risk taker, you could option
Michael
dare.
Scottie
Being the
Pippen
dirty
here
little
is
bastards
just,
that we were,
he might be
the
my
dares would
favorite in
start out
these.
fairly trivial, but then eventually evolve into fucking borderline domestic terrorism. They start off simple like, okay, I dare you to ding-dong ditch the guy with the eye patch that lives down the street. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah? Hey, what the? Hey, you behind the bushes. Hey, I see you. No, you don't. I fucking
No,
do
you
too, you little
no, you
bastard.
don't.
I can see your fucking generic-ass Scottie Pippen jersey from here. I still have one good eye, for Christ's sake. But then gradually, the dares would start to become a little bit more severe, if you will. Okay, I dare you to take a shit on the porch of that guy with the eye patch that lives down the street. Okie dokie.
Yeah, Michael's not going to have an issue with that.
God damn it, what is it? Hey, what the? Oh, what the fuck? Hey, you! Did you poop on my stoop? Get your ass over here and scoop the poop off my stoop. Now, why the hell
Scoop
would we
the
do
poop
stuff
off my
like
stoop.
that? I mean, it's not like you can win truth or dare after all. Well, you did it because you didn't want to be called a wuss. Because apparently that's right at the top of the list of the worst shit you can be called as a kid. I swear the words do it, don't be a wuss was probably responsible for like 78% of the stupid shit that we did as kids. And it's
Completely
pretty much
agree.
the reason how we got
You have to
Michael's
draw a
global
line,
ass
and you
to
can't
do
be a
just
wuss.
about any dare that we wanted. Come on, Michael, do it. Don't be a wuss. I dare you to eat this purple crayon as fast as you can. Fuck you, I'm not a wuss. What's next? I dare you to spit on your own face. Piece of cake. What now? I dare you to shove this Lego piece up your pee hole. I've done it once. I can do it again. But out of all the dumbass shit that we've seen Michael do, he never really got in trouble for it. That is until one day when Michael was dared to throw an empty Snapple bottle into a busy-ass intersection in broad daylight.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Clearly not a good idea. Like I said, borderline domestic terrorism wasn't off the table at Truth or Dare.
Not gonna tell him
Thinking back
domestic
on it,
terrorism.
I think we told him to do
Good
it.
disclaimer.
Pretty sure Michael just dared himself like an idiot. Dare me to huck this Snapple bottle into oncoming traffic? What? No, Michael, what are you, nuts? What the fuck? Now, what followed next was a confrontation with the angriest man that I've ever seen in my short 9-year-old life. This guy runs out into the street, just leaves his car in the middle of traffic, and just starts losing his shit in the middle of broad daylight. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been yelled at as a kid by a strange, angry man that you've never met before, so badly that it caused a little bit of pee to leave your body involuntarily, but it's quite the fucking experience, to say the least. What the fuck did you throw at my Buick? It was a Snapple bottle? What are you, fucking trying to kill somebody? We were just playing truth or dare. Yeah, well, here's a truth for you. If you ever huck something at my car again, I'm gonna burn down your house and kill the fucking family dog. Let me catch your little generic Scottie Pippen ass out in the streets again.
Generic
I'll
Scottie
punch a
Pippen
9-year-old. I'm
ass.
not afraid of jail. So, after that, needless to say, we were done with playing Truth or Dare.
Good
you guys
call.
want to go, like, play Duck, Duck, Goose or something instead? Yeah, let's go fucking play Duck, Duck, Goose.
Good call. That's Daniel Kloss. Thanks, Daniel. Okay, this one is Sock'em Boppers.
All right,
Oh.
Christmas, 1997. Think
Soccer
back
bop.
to what the hell you were doing back then. Maybe you were kicking your dad's
What the hell they
ass
call
in a
it? Was
game
it
of
Sock'em
Twisted Metal on
Boppers?
the
Was it
PlayStation.
Rock'em?
Or maybe you were watching an episode of
Anyway,
Hey
Soccer
Arnold with a
Boppers,
bunch
whatever
of
they called
Beanie
them.
Babies. I'll tell you what
It
I
was-
was doing.
it was
I
Sock'em
was
Boppers.
unwrapping the best
I
present
had
I
them.
ever got for Christmas.
When they first came out.
Boppers.
Sock'em Boppers. Now you might know them as Soccer Boppers or something else.
Oh, it's
but I
Soccer
know 'em
Boppers,
as
okay.
Sock'em Boppers. And if you don't know what Sock'em Boppers are, don't feel bad. Okay, that just means you had real toys to play with when you were a kid. You'd have to blow them up first.
Yeah.
Then you'd put your hands in them, and then you'd go find something to beat the shit out of. Didn't really matter what it was—a pet cat, a homeless guy, your little brother while he's trying to take a shit in the bathroom.
My cousin. Any friends that came over? Yeah.
Stop! I'm pooping! Stop it! I'm trying to poop! Now, in the commercials, they'd always depict the kids just hitting each other, laughing, having a good time. They were
Yeah.
fun.
That
But,
ain't it.
it was a little different in reality.
Yeah.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? And every fight that you had was the same. It started off pretty simple. Everybody's having fun. And then shit would get pretty real in about 45 seconds. You'd
Yep.
get one punch to the face, and it was just a little bit too hard for your liking. Ow, you son of a bitch! Hey, what the hell are you kids doing in there? Oh, we're just bopping each other's brains out in here. Oh, all right. What?
Hey,
All
what?
your dumbass relatives
Yeah,
are coming
shitty
over
Scottie
trying to figure
Pippen-
out what
generic
the hell they
pop-
are.
Scottie
Hey,
Pippen
you
jersey.
kids playing your bopper
Oh,
socks?
shit.
Shut up, Uncle Rick. You're drunk. Oh, come on. Let me see one of them bocker sockers. I'm going to knock you in the head. God damn it, Rick. Be easy with those boys. No wonder why your wife divorced you. And I can remember on the side of the box it would say, more fun than a pillow fight. Yeah, okay, sure, I can see that. And it's a little bit safer than a broken bottle knife fight, sure. My dad's
Little
acting like
bit.
it's a spectator sport. He's calling all his friends over. Hey, I got a bunch of kids over here beating the shit out of each other.
Play
Go get some beer.
play
And then
some wagers.
45 minutes later, your hands will be all sticky and hot.
Yep.
And all your
Remember that
bippity
part.
bopping that you've been doing. My hands
It's
smell
gross.
like the ball
I was gonna
pit
say
at
they
McDonald's.
stunk.
And then when you didn't have anybody to fight, you'd have to find something to do with them. So you'd put 2 on your hands and then 2 on your feet, walk around your house like an asshole.
I never did that because I wasn't creative enough.
And about 4 days later, your sorry-ass Sock'em Boppers are full of holes and patched in duct tape. Let's just use our bare hands. So here's to you, Sock'em Boppers. You were the best way to lose some baby teeth.
Yep.
Sock'em boppers, sock'em boppers. Punch your dad in the belly while he's getting up here.
Now that would have been quality commercial right there. Great jingle. This
right,
one is
Fifth
First
grade.
Fight.
I'm walking home from school with a few buddies of mine. One of those
This one's
kids
low.
was a kid named David. Now, David was a kid that would always dare people to do stupid shit.
I'll
Wow.
give you $10 if you make out with this dog turd for 10 seconds. You're on.
Whoa, 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 wait a minute, Michael. Holy hell. $10? He's 9 years old, for Christ's sake. David's never even seen $10 in his whole life. Don't be a dumbass. When people didn't do these dares, well, then sometimes he'd just take matters into his own hands. And on this particular walk home from school, that's exactly what he did. He came up to us, and he whips out this little bottle of cologne from his pocket. And he's like,
You dare me to spray this in somebody's face?
we're like, wait a minute, what the hell is your 9-year-old ass doing with a bottle of cologne?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure you got tons of chicks, left and right, doing your sweet bunny hops on your Razor scooter.
You dare me to spray this in somebody's face or what?
Right in somebody's face. Why the hell would you...
Okay, I'll do it.
And David just scampers off towards some kid I've never even seen before. Some kid just minding his own business, probably wondering what Animaniacs episode's gonna be on when he gets home.
Yeah.
And David's just like,
Hey, you
Woo!
jabroni.
Ric Flair in the
What?
background.
Oh, my God.
the poor kid just got like 47 cents worth of cheap cologne sprayed into his eyeballs. He's down on his knees screaming in agony, like Willem Dafoe in the end of Platoon. We're just standing there baffled, like what the hell
Good
is he doing?
analogy.
We run after David to figure out why he assaulted this young man with a scrappy-doo book bag. We catch up to him in front of the porn shop. Yeah, we had a porn shop that was like 300 yards away from our elementary school.
Nice.
Weird, a little uncomfortable to walk past when you're going home. Sometimes we'd stand across the street, watch all the perverts go in and out of that place.
Oh, sick. Look, going in. Oh, God damn it.
So we catch up to David and we're like, what the hell are you doing, you fucking terrorist? You guys dared me. We didn't dare you to blind a child, David. What the fuck? And then all of a sudden, there's Scrappy Doo Bookbag himself with his little sister. Eyes are all bloodshot and shit. Oh man, he looks pissed. Wait a minute, why is he looking at me? Whoa, hey buddy, I didn't melt your goddamn eyeballs out of your head. Don't look at me. He's like ripping grass out of the earth with his bare hands to show that he's really, really mad, I guess.
Oh,
Like, oh shit,
whatever.
I've played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out before. He's gonna charge at me like a bald bull. I look over at David. He's got this dumbass smile.
Love
on his
Mike
face.
Tyson
Just
Punch-Out.
completely all right with the situation that he's created, that he's not even fucking a part of anymore. Look, I know you're upset, okay, but your eyeballs smell fantastic. Too late. Fucking kid just starts darting right at me. So I do what comes natural. I get out of the fucking way, and the kid cracks his face on a tree that's right behind us. Blood starts gushing out of his face.
Oh,
Drops to
boy.
his knees like Willem Dafoe at the end of Platoon.
Holy hell. That kid got beat up by a maple tree.
I turn over to look at David, and where's David? He's sprinting his ass down the road. That's where he's at. So what the hell are we supposed to do with this bleeding child in the middle of the road? Well, I'll tell you what we did. We fucking followed David. Scrappy
Good
sister's
call.
yelling shit from behind us.
I'm telling on you. You murdered my brother.
We never seen that poor kid again. That was it. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe the perverts in the porn shop, they probably got him.
Oh, there's a live one. Get him.
So here's to you, Scrappy Doo Bookbag. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I mean, if you can even fucking see anymore, that is.
Yeah.
Sorry that David was such a dick, and your face was mutilated in 2 different ways. And I'm sorry that me
Two
and that
different.
Maple Tree made the best tag team duo since the Hardy Boys.
Wait, weren't both those Hardy Boys Jeff?
Team duo since the Hardy Boys.
I think it was Jeff instead of Jeff and Matt.
Brewstew.com.
This video is brought to you by tblocks.com. If you
All
like
right,
nerdy
next we
t-shirts
got-
like I do, check it out.
Picture Day.
All right,
Oh.
school picture day.
I
It's
hated
an
stupid
important
school
day.
picture day.
Parents will be like, okay, we just got your hair cut. You're wearing your best Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt. Why don't you try to smile nice and try not to look like a fuck up, okay? But chances are you did look like a fuck up because you're in
Yeah.
elementary school. You are a fuck up. You definitely don't know how to smile nice. Most kids at that age smile like this.
Excuse me.
And what the hell is that? Look at that intensity. He's gritting his teeth like a Civil War doctor sawing off his leg. Holy hell, calm down. You don't gotta show every tooth in your goddamn head. You can see your molars, for Christ's sake. Take it down. I think your parents are gonna frame that and put it in the living room. They're not fucking putting that in the living room. What are you, crazy? They're gonna put that shit in the backyard to keep squirrels out of the garden. Can you imagine if you got kidnapped and the detective's asking for the most recent picture your parents have of you and they hand over this fucking disaster?
They'd stop
Holy
looking.
shit, what was this, taken during the kidnapping? Why is he smiling like that?
What's that
You're in
taken
first
during the
grade,
kidnapping?
picture day.
That's
You
good.
shouldn't even take your picture in first grade because you look ridiculous. Chances are you had like 4.5 teeth in your head. Your smile looks like the old Cartoon Network logo. Shirt's all wrinkled. There's a booger hanging out of your nose. No, fuck that. They should skip first grade in the yearbook. Kindergarten, second grade. Because you want to look good in your yearbook picture. You want to be dressed up all nice like you're going to your Aunt Lorraine's funeral. You don't want to be like the dumbass wearing his Hong Kong Phooey pajamas to school. It's a big deal. You'd be waiting in line.
Hong Kong
and they'd
Phooey
give
was
us
cool.
cones while we were waiting like we're a bunch of greasers, just so we could screw up our hair even more. Then you finally go in there to the photographer who's
Always those
pedophile,
cool
and he's all
backgrounds.
like,
All right, how about you take your shirt off for this one?
and you're like, no thanks, not this time. And he's like,
Oh, damn it, okay. Which background do you want? We got the mushy cloud shit, 90s laser beams, or
There you
Jonathan
go.
Taylor Thomas?
and you're like, well shit, I guess I'll take the laser beam.
All right, how about we see a nice, big, pretty smile then with your fine ass?
Okay, I look good, I can do this.
You fine ass.
Gee,
Yikes.
whoa, 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 let's take it down a notch. Holy hell. Your veins are sticking out of your forehead. Relax. Boom. Done. Mission accomplished. A few weeks later, you're taking your picture home, feeling confident. Have some of this, Mom and Dad. I'm not gonna look like a fuck up this year. No, sirree. Oh, god damn it. I fucking blinked. Oh, what the hell is this shit? God damn it. What do you got, narcolepsy or some shit? Look at your sister's picture. She
Narcolepsy.
nailed it. Thanks for fucking up another year,
Got the
idiot.
JTT background.
Brewstew.com.
I hated Picture Day. Well, I got this face. Next one is the bonus recess.
All right. Now, when you were a kid in school, recess was the best part of the day.
Yes,
Obviously. You get to
correct.
go frolic outside with your friends, have a rousing game of Duck, Duck, Goose, or clothesline yourself in a game of Red Rover. I might be listing games from the 1930s. Those are not the games that we played. Anyways, the point is that recess gave you a nice little break from learning about isosceles triangles and checks and balances
Stupid
or whatever
shit,
the hell you
yeah.
learned when you were a kid. So what could possibly be better than recess? Well, that's an easy one. How about 2 recesses? That's right. I'm talking about the good old-fashioned bonus recess. Now, how the hell
I
do you
never
get a
got one
bonus
of those.
recess in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, a bonus recess would occur if A, a kid suddenly just barfed all over his desk, blah, or B, if a kid pissed himself in the middle of a classroom like some kind of wild animal. Either way, everybody gets to go outside for a bonus recess while the janitor cleans up whatever bodily fluid was left behind. Now, the first bonus recess that I recall was in the second
They
grade.
just
And in this
powered us
particular
through those
case, nobody
situations.
peed in their
We
pants,
didn't
and nobody
get to
barfed
go
all over
outside.
their desk either. Instead, somebody decided to take a piss inside the coat room. I don't know who did it or what the fuck their agenda was, but there was definitely pee in or around the coat room,
Ugh.
and we had to get the hell out of there. Now, at first, nobody noticed. We had just came in from recess. We were balls deep in a spelling test. Everything was fine. Okay, the next word is angina. Uncle Frank's angina ruined everybody's Thanksgiving. Angina. But then all of a sudden, the smell of little kid piss just kind of wafts into the room, which, you know,
Ugh.
is kind of a hard thing to ignore in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next word is myocardial infarction. Uncle Frank experienced a... Wait a minute, what is that? Is that little kid piss I smell? Now, I don't know if this was like an ongoing problem for my second grade teacher, like if she was cursed and like every year a dirty little kid pissed in the coat room for whatever reason, but she knew exactly
Michael.
what was going on right from the get-go. Ah, God damn it, somebody pissed in the coat room again. All right, you dirty little bastards, get your coats on, everybody outside. So we're out on the playground for an unprecedented second recess. I got my bright-ass windbreaker on, looking fly as hell. And at
Oh,
first,
hell
we don't
yeah.
even know what to do with ourselves. Kids are flipping out left and right. What the hell, 2 recesses? Is that against the law? Is it in the Constitution? What the hell is happening?
Mrs. Kaczynski, how long are we gonna be out here?
Indefinitely, Daniel.
Constitutionally
Our classroom smells
protected.
like a fucking Kmart. Go out and play. Now, it's important to note at this point that I went to a public school. So our playground was, well, it wasn't
Shit.
very state-of-the-art, I can tell you that. We had like a rusty-ass metal slide from the Great Depression, some jank-ass swing set that looked like it was decommissioned from a fucking concentration camp. Yeah, needless to say, there was a lot of imagination being used out on that playground, that's for sure. But the one thing that we did have that was kind of fun was a kickball, which we would play the game where you throw the ball up and promptly try to kill whoever catches it.
Hey, you guys want to play murder ball?
Sure, I guess.
Remember these games.
And it's not like the teachers cared because they were too busy off to the side talking shit about the students in their classes. So that's when I said, no, Eric, the numerator's the top number, you piece of shit. What kind of sick weirdo are you? And then he gave his ass detention. Oh, yeah, that's fucking badass.
Badass.
Normally at recess, I would participate in murder ball like all the other degenerates, but I didn't want to get my fly-ass windbreaker dirty. So on that day, I optioned with the fucking Great Depression slide. Well, unbeknownst to me while I was up there, the drawstring of said fly-ass windbreaker
no.
somehow got wrapped around the slide handlebars, so when I went to go down, I essentially hung myself by my neck and choked myself like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Oh, piss. Somebody help me.
Now, you'd think that a second grader wearing holographic clothing, slowly choking to death on a 12-foot slide would be
pretty
pretty
good.
noticeable. Everybody's too goddamn wrapped up in murder ball to notice. Not to mention the teachers are still over there too busy talking shit. So then I said, fuck it, Daniel. Don't learn the order of operations. But in the future, when your ass is smoking meth under a bridge, don't come crawling back to me. Ooh, you told his ass, that's for sure.
You
Now I'm
sure
freaking
did.
out. I'm turning purple and shit. Time is running short. All I can think about is that part in the movie Independence Day where the dude's getting choked by the alien and shit.
Release me. Release me.
And frankly, I'm a little pissed at myself as well. Like, this is the way I'm gonna fucking die? Are you serious? It couldn't have been something cool, like a sword fight, maybe even a fucking Donner Party situation. I don't know. Nope, looks like I gotta die via a fucking stupid-ass
Nom, nom, nom.
windbreaker from TJ Maxx. What a legacy I'm leaving behind. And just when I'm about to give up and make my peace with God, I see out of the corner of my eye, this little kid at the top of the slide just staring at me like I'm some kind of fucking circus act. Hey, can you get off? I want to go down the slide now.
Release me. Release me.
Release
Now,
me.
thankfully, this kid did run over to the teachers, and he was all like, hey, there's a dead kid on the slide over there. There's a what?
Holy hell, what happened?
So now my teacher's running across the field like the playground's on fire. Absolutely nobody's playing murder ball at this point. They're all staring at my destitute ass on the slide. Somehow my teacher
destitute
gets
ass.
up there and releases me, finally, from the stranglehold of the goddamn windbreaker. And to my surprise, she starts losing her shit because she thinks somebody did this to me on purpose. Like it was some kind of weird Lord of the Flies shit, and I was being sacrificed to the goddamn Great Depression slide.
Tried
To
to
the
commit
Great
manslaughter
Depression
on this
slide.
child.
And my ass sure as hell wasn't gonna admit to everybody that, well, I almost murdered myself. So I was like,
Yeah, who did it, huh? Who tried to kill me?
Yeah.
With my own piece of loud clothing.
But that mystery, of course, went unsolved that day, just as well as the
no
mystery
kidding.
of whoever pissed in the coat room in the first place. We went back to our bleach-saturated classroom and finished our spelling test, and I haven't wore a goddamn windbreaker since.
Good
The
call. That was good. I like that. That one I can't personally identify with, but I like the story. Last one for a while, guys. This is Brewstew book redo. If you give a mouse a cookie.
All right. So not too long ago, I was reading a book to my kid before.
I'm
bed one
gonna
night,
miss
and the book
these
just so happened to be if
till
you
we,
give a mouse
build up enough
which was a
that
classic story
Shaggy
back when I was a kid.
hooks
And
us
if you
up
had a
again.
crappy childhood and never heard of it, well, it's basically a story about a mouse that takes advantage of a small child and talks him into giving him cookies and then milk, and then he wants a napkin, and then he's like, I don't know, doing weird stuff in his bathroom. There's a lot going on in that book, right? I
Yeah,
don't remember the
apparently
whole thing.
so.
But basically, the point the book was trying to make is trying to get you to not be a pushover, or else people are gonna take advantage of you, especially piece of shit rodents that have a hankering for fucking Pepperidge Farm chocolate chip cookies. And that's a pretty good message for kids, I gotta say. But then, at the end of the book, spoiler alert, at the end of the book, the goddamn mouse just asks for another cookie. What the hell kind of ending is that? The kid just gets taken advantage of the whole time, and he's never like, hey, you know what, mouse? You can go fuck yourself. If you want a glass of milk so bad, why don't you get your ass up at 4:30 in the morning and do my fucking paper route,
Get a
and then you
paper
can
route,
afford to
yeah.
buy your own goddamn milk. Nope, instead, he's just a doormat the entire time. I mean, what the hell's this
Wow.
kid gonna do when he grows up and his drug addict Uncle Bill asks to borrow $3,000 so he can start a fucking professional hopscotch league? Oh, yeah, here you go, Uncle Bill. Let's hop to it. Yeah, no, that's stupid as hell.
Ah.
So what I'd like to do in this video is give you a slightly more realistic
Pro
version
hopscotch.
of If
Nice.
You Give a Mouse a Cookie. It's going to be the same gist of the story, but
Excuse
with a
me.
few minor changes. Starting off with the title, of course, which I think should be called If You Give a Rat a Frito by Brewstew Films. All right, here we go. If you give a rat a Frito, well, he's probably going to ask for more. What kind of fucking pervert only eats one Frito after all? And if
Good
you
point.
give a rat more Fritos, well, he's probably going to want a 40 ounce of malt liquor to wash it down. And
course.
if you're going to give a rat a 40 ounce of malt liquor, well, you know his ass is going to want a Newport menthol to go with it. They go hand in hand, for Christ's sake. What do you expect? And if you're the type of weirdo that gives rats cigarettes and fucking 40 ounces, well, chances are the rat's going to ask to sleep on your couch for a couple of nights, you know, just until his social security kicks in and he can get back on his feet. No big deal. And if you do indeed let the rat sleep on your couch, well, he's probably going to shit all over it. Can't let a fucking drunk wild animal sleep on your furniture. What the hell's the matter with you?
I'm sure I like this story better than the
toilet.
mouse
Don't be
cookie
surprised if your
bullshit.
wife packs her shit up and moves in with her sister because, well, she doesn't know who the fuck she's married to anymore. And if your wife indeed leaves you and you're suddenly roommates with a dirty-ass rat, well, the rat's probably going to ask you to co-sign on an auto loan for him because, well, what the hell? You've
Gotta
done
have
everything else he's asked.
transportation,
He knows your
sure.
ass has pretty good credit. Might as well take advantage. And if your lack of a backbone having ass does become a co-signer, well, the rat's going to finance a piece of shit 2012 Ford Focus so he can pick up all his punk-ass rat buddies. And if you let the rat do that, well, your house is going to look like a fucking parking lot behind a Kmart. There's going to be 40 ounces and rat shit and fucking Newport menthols all over the place. It's going to be icky.
This is
icky,
almost
gross.
disturbing how
But
he
if you
came
do
up with
decide
this
to let
story.
that shit happen, well, the city's going to deem your residence unlivable, and they're going to condemn your fucking house. And if you let the city condemn your house, well, your credit score is going to be in the shitter, the Ford Focus is getting repossessed for sure, and your ass is going to be homeless and living on the street. And if your ass is homeless and living on the street, well, I
Where do
bet
we
you're going to
go
be
from there?
awfully hungry now, aren't you? And guess what happens next? That's right, it's going to be your ass asking the rat if he's got any fucking
Got any
Fritos,
Fritos.
and all of a sudden you're on the cover of a children's book titled, If You Give a Dumb Fuck a Frito. The end. So the moral of the story, boys and girls, is number one, don't be a spineless pushover piece of shit. Number two, professional hopscotch is stupid as hell, and $3,000's gonna
Well.
buy your Uncle Bill a whole lot of smack. And number three, and most importantly, don't give a rat a Frito, or a mouse a cookie, or a fucking hamster a hot dog. Don't give any food to
Give
any
a
kind of
hamster a
rodents
hot dog,
whatsoever.
yeah.
The end.
That was well done.
Brewstew.com.
Oh, these have been so much fun. And again, you know, being caught up now, just got to say thanks again to Shaggy for bringing us these. This has been so much fun. Again, I'm just such a fan of this guy. These stories are just amazing. And yeah, well, if I had ever considered giving a mouse a cookie, which I may have, or a rat Fritos, which I also may have, I'm not gonna now. So I've learned something.